Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, remembering Lisa Marie. We'll look back at the shocking death of Elvis Presley's only daughter and revisit an interview Jason did with her mother, Priscilla. Plus, flying high onto the big screen, Gerard Butler stars in the new action thriller, Plane. He joins us live. And the perfect cocktail. Stephanie Hansen is sharing a recipe for her go-to cocktail and visiting the place where she first fell in love with the drink.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
You got that Friday? You really do. Hey, welcome to the Jason Show. It's nice to have you here. I'm kind of Mark. Woo! And you can't hear me. Can you hear me?
I can, yes. I can. Wow. I mean, my goodness. This crowd, I tell you.
Oh, thanks.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
We've made it through the week.
We've made it. We've made
Well,
it.
technically, we still have 59 more minutes to go, but we're almost there.
Here, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
For that
much.
math. That was really good math. I'm
Quick
proud.
math. Quick
Yeah.
math on the Jason Show.
Good job.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's made it to Friday. I did not think I was going to make it through the week. I thought I was going to die of exhaustion.
He really
But,
did. He had
yeah.
to take naps because he had to wake up at 7:30.
I didn't get a chance to take naps, though. Didn't get a chance. I was busy working, but it's okay. I'm a man of the people, and I would not let the Jason Show audience down, not for one bit. That's for darn sure.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Some friendly faces in the audience today. Hopefully they stay that way, depending on what we talk about. You know.
Yeah, I hope so.
I have a problem
Okay. Oh, okay.
that I didn't realize
no.
was a problem here.
Okay. All right. Tell me.
I tease this a little bit. If you're joining us from elsewhere, you don't see the tease,
Mm-hmm.
we call it, before this show, where I tell you what's going on our show today.
Yes.
And I thought I was wearing purple. Today
Okay.
it's Friday. The playoffs are this weekend, so we support the Vikings. Apparently, this is not purpley enough for the Purple Club because Victor Viking came over and put a jersey on me that was purplier. After I then had to take it off and said, thank you, we have a show to do after this. We have things to talk about. I have to look like a professional. He got really upset.
He did. Victor got very upset with you. I mean, he looked a little bummed out by the fact that you turned him down by wearing his jersey. I mean, that's a little harsh.
Like
but
4 times he
Yeah.
came in with that thing and like wiped his tears away with it.
It's a big weekend, though, for the Vikings.
I know. I think I broke Victor's heart, and I didn't even know we were dating.
What would you call the color of this tie?
Purplish.
Purple. Purple-ish?
Purplish.
Purple-ish?
I mean, I'm purplish today. I'm sorry. It's hard to find 17 different purple outfits.
Addie
like,
is
we wear
wearing
every
purple.
Friday.
Addie, our
Addie is
digital
wearing-
meeting extraordinaire,
why'd
is
you have
definitely
to
wearing
point
purple.
that
I mean, she
out?
is. She's wearing purple. It's true.
It's hard. So to all the Vikings fans out
Yes.
there, I just want you to know I have purple in my heart. I know the entire fight song. I do. I know the victory song for the Vikings.
Okay.
We're going to have the cheerleaders later. Maybe they're going to come say hi.
I think we are. Yes, we are. Yes.
And if you're in Seattle, we're happy for you guys too.
Yeah, but yeah, best of luck against the Niners. I'm sure that's going to go
Yes.
real well. Yeah.
Hey,
What? There's no chance the Seahawks beat the Niners
there are
this
literally
Sunday.
people watching us.
Sorry,
from
Seattle.
Washington.
Sorry, Seattle. I don't like your chances against the Niners this weekend.
You can email him at pierre.nugent.
At Fox.com.
Yep.
I'm the sports reporter here. What do you want me to do? I mean, my gosh.
This is morning television. We are uplifting. We are happy. We are kind, loving people.
Well, then let me be the one to
Jeff.
get this thing going a little edgy on a Friday, too. So, yeah.
Stop talking. Leo's cutting you off.
Sorry. I'm low on sleep. Sorry.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
just a little
Okay.
cranky.
We like to have fun here, but if you've been watching the news at all today, you know that we actually have some sad news to report this morning. The shocking death of Lisa Marie Presley. She was the only daughter of Elvis and Priscilla Presley and died yesterday after going into cardiac arrest in her home.
Yeah, her death comes just 2 days after Presley attended the Golden Globes with her mother. They were there to support Austin Butler, who won a Golden Globe for his portrayal of the king of rock and roll in the movie Elvis. Lisa Marie was born in Memphis. She was only 9 when her father died. Lisa Marie grew up in the spotlight as the only daughter of Elvis. She married 4 times, once to Michael Jackson and once to Nicolas Cage. Presley had 4 children, including actress Riley Keough. Her son, Benjamin, died of suicide in 2020. Lisa Marie released 3 albums in her career. 5 years ago, she sang a duet with her late father that used archival recordings. That's Where No One Stands Alone. Lisa Marie Presley was only 54 years old. Her mother, Priscilla, called her passionate, strong, and loving. I saw the news break last night. Really shocking, especially like we said off the top. I watched the Golden Globes 2 days ago, and I saw her at the table with Priscilla, watching Austin Butler give his acceptance speech. Austin, by the way, terrific in portraying Elvis in Elvis. He was terrific. I was shocked. I had to look at multiple different sources because I didn't believe it was real because I was just so stunned. Again, I just saw her on TV 2 days ago.
Right, and there was nothing leading up to it. I think sometimes when you don't hear, oh, someone maybe had cancer or was fighting this illness or something like that, you go, wait, what? I saw the tweet from her mother. Priscilla tweeted out, prayers for the family, you know, my daughter's here, this is what's happening. And then, you know, hours later, you hear the news, so.
Really, a real tragedy. I mean, and Elvis was, I believe, only 44 or something like that when he passed away.
Young.
Yeah, I mean, 54 for Lisa Marie, just a very young age, and all our best to her and her daughters and Priscilla, of course, as well, through a very difficult time.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, nearly 6 years ago, Jason got the chance to interview Priscilla one-on-one when she was in Minnesota for the Elvis tribute show. She talked about raising Lisa Marie in the celebrity spotlight.
He would buy her a fur coat when she was like 4 years old and 5 years old, and you know, I just didn't want her to be overindulged. I wanted her to be liked for who she was, not for what her daddy got her. This is a problem with most celebrity children today, is they're having to walk in the footsteps of their famous parent, and it's hard to live up to that.
Indeed. By the way, if you want to see that full interview with Priscilla that Jason did, we posted it again on our Facebook page, and we'll have more on Lisa Marie's death with TMZ in less than 10 minutes. So yeah, just heartbreaking. Really surprising.
All the best to Lisa Marie's family, the daughters, Priscilla, everybody. Really tough story. Next in the dish, Julia Roberts did some DNA tracing recently, and the results were quite shocking. Take a look.
Digging into Georgia's county archives, we discovered that sometime in the 1850s, Rhoda married a man named Willis Roberts. Julia carries Willis's last name. But Willis passed away in 1864, over a decade before Rhoda gave birth to Julia's great-grandfather, John, leading to an inescapable conclusion.
Julia, Willis Roberts could not possibly be your great-great-grandfather. He was dead.
But, oh, wait.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry, what now? But using DNA technology, they found who her great-great-grandfather was, Henry McDonald Mitchell Jr. So technically, she should be Julia Mitchell.
How wild. Can you imagine that happening?
This is why I don't do any of these DNA result tests and stuff like that. I don't want to know. You know, I'm alive. I'm probably going to be alive for, I don't know, I got about 10 good years left in me or something like that. So I don't want to know.
Gotta get that cholesterol under control.
Yeah, I am what I am. I don't want to know what happened like previously.
Okay, so I think the biggest dish and dirt in this too, and this is all just because of the genetic testing. She's like, so how did you find out who my great-great-granddaddy actually is? They're like, well, there were no birth records, there were no marriage certificates that could really prove anything. So they found out the reason that maybe nobody talked about who her great-great-grandfather would be, he was married and had 6 children, and his mother lived down the road from who his baby daddy mama person would be.
You're gonna have to draw me a map here of the Julia Roberts family tree because I'm lost already.
Basically, he was not doing the right thing, and now we have Julia Roberts, so thank you anyway.
A little too late to change the brand, right? I mean, she can't go to Julia Mitchell now.
No, can't do that. Next in the dish, Formula One fans are freaking out this morning. The trailer for the new season of Drive to Survive just dropped, and it looks juicy.
2022 represents a new dawn for Formula One. The biggest overhaul the regulations have ever had.
The drivers will love it because they are fighters, like in the Colosseum. How are you feeling about being in the chair?
Right. There's so much potential for the order to be flipped. It's a step into the unknown.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton. Hello. All right, the new season hits Netflix next month. So we told you about that.
Yes.
We told you about Breakpoint.
Yes.
Is the show the same producers are putting on with tennis.
That's right.
They also have one with golf that looks really good that's coming out in February as well. I mean, and they've got like McIlroy's in it. They've got Spieth. Morikawa's in it.
Yeah.
It's good. Brooks Koepka, a lot of big golf names. So it's kind of cool that they're really spinning this off into multiple different sports.
We did talk about Breakpoint, the tennis one, a little bit earlier in the week. I, for one, cannot wait for that one. I would be watching that probably when I go home today.
Look at you.
Look at me. Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Normally we would just go to break,
Yeah,
but today is
but that's
not
boring.
your average Friday.
No, it's not.
Cheerleaders!
What do we have, everybody? My goodness gracious. Vikings and Giants. Wildcard weekend, Sunday, 3:30. That game can be watched right here on Fox 9, by the way. Are you getting into it? Where's your pom-pom?
I don't know. I really wish I had some, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you. There you have it. You said you know the song.
Vikings on the game. Let's get the first down, then get the touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 fight.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Jason Show. We want to revisit our top story with the folks who broke the news.
That's right. Please give it up for Jacob from TMZ. Good morning, Jacob.
Jacob.
All right, we're all still very stunned to hear about Lisa Marie's death. What's the latest that you guys know?
I mean, it's just a tragic situation. She passed away at 54 years old, and this all started yesterday where she suffered a cardiac arrest at her home in Los Angeles very suddenly. She was in her bedroom and was found, we're told, by their housekeeper. Her ex-husband had come to her house. They're living with one another, and he performed CPR on her just in time for the paramedics to come, who then took over. She was transported to an LA hospital, and we saw her mother, Priscilla Presley, photos of her showing up at the hospital, I'm sure with other family members as well. And it was hours later that she was eventually pronounced dead. Just incredibly tragic.
Just awful. We're seeing a lot of pictures and video of her up on the screen right now. So we'll just make sure to stay tuned with all of that from you guys there at TMZ. Jacob, we really appreciate you. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks.
Again, it's just so sudden.
Right.
Again, just the Golden Globes were 3 days ago. The news breaks yesterday, and I don't know why it's just hit me because I just saw her on TV, and then now she's gone. It just makes you think of just how precious life really is.
I know, really. And especially when now Elvis is getting all this recognition that we all, as anybody who loves Elvis, knows he should have. But now with this film coming out, it's really sad.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. It's raining in California, and Jimmy Kimmel put his meteorologist on the street. That is our late night rewind.
It's raining news! Storm Central.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. But could that sleep apnea be deadly? And when will it dry out? And why am I asking so many questions? And why won't this guy acknowledge me? Tonight.
Downpour.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the street. Why, it may not be time to deflate your dinghy. My 5-day report after the break. Get in. Get in. Come on. Get in. Get in. Get in. All right. All this plus sports after an all-new I Married My Cat.
And this.
We love the rain! Yay! But some people aren't feeling the love as an elderly shut-in in Echo Park was found partially eaten by her many kittens. And if you'd like to adopt one of those cuties, click on the link below, Granny's Cannibal Cats. We love the rain!
Oh my God. I feel like I Married My Cat is a show that our digital media extraordinaire Addie would watch.
This is true, very true. Pierre, you remember that video that was going viral of the sports reporter?
Oh, I remember.
They asked him to do the weather because of
Yes.
this major weather news, and
I
he
did.
just progressively gets angrier that he's outside.
I felt like I was watching my twin brother on TV because that is exactly how I would have reacted in the same exact manner.
I just want to see you like put on skates and go up
No.
and down I-94 and just be like, this is what it looks like when a sports reporter has to cover an ice storm.
You know how I feel about weather under 70 degrees.
Pierre,
Not my favorite.
Pierre's not from these parts. He's a
No.
little sensitive when it comes to cold weather.
Just a little bit. Yes, feel bad for me, everybody.
These
Yeah,
two feel
please.
bad for
Yeah,
you.
I know, absolutely. Yeah, I know it.
Literally no one ever feels bad for you. But I mean, really, like what's going on in California right now? Do you remember anything like that? Pierre's from Sacramento.
Yes, I mean, in California at times, around January, February, into March sometimes, yeah, flooding is definitely a big thing up and down the state. So it's not anything new. This year, just a little more extreme than I've seen in the past.
Oh gosh.
So
Get
so
your
it happens.
kayaks,
All right.
people. Get it ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, next up, a flight is carrying a fugitive when it makes a crash landing, and it's all hands on deck to survive.
That's the premise for the new film Plane, starring Gerard Butler. Take a look at this clip.
They were done somewhere in the Jolo Island cluster. It's run by separatists and militias. The Filipino army won't even go there anymore. The clock is ticking. Every minute matters. We can count those minutes in lives, lost or saved.
Guys, wait, get back. We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is. Get back.
Listen carefully. This is an emergency. I'm Captain Brody Torrance.
I like this guy.
Oh man, that's Plane, everybody, and it's in theaters now. And give it up right now, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Gerard Butler, joining us now. Good morning, Gerard.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're doing quite well. I mean, we just saw a clip of the trailer, Gerard. This looks very intense. I like this kind of action stuff. Tell me more about this film and what was probably the most exciting part about playing this role of Captain Brody Torrance.
I loved making this film. It was really exciting, and you know, it's an action movie, it's a survival movie, it's a thriller, it's a drama. It has so much heart. It's basically we're on a plane. I'm a pilot. Everything goes wrong. We get struck by lightning in this horrific storm that there's no escaping from. That's the first act of the movie, and it's terrifying. But when they land on the island, not everybody makes it, but the ones that survive realize that they're kind of out of the frying pan into the fire, and then it becomes a whole different movie as they have to survive in an island full of insurgents and inclement weather. It's hot, it's sweaty. They don't have water. And what do you do in this situation? Because they're not superheroes, they're just regular people in an awful situation. And they make mistakes, they're flesh and blood, you know? They're not on a sure footing. And there's some fascinating relationships in there. And it doesn't stop from start to finish. But there's a lot in the characters for you to climb into and feel their struggles and their pain and their guilt. But it's all about heart and courage at the end of the day.
You talked about how it's action-packed as a film. You've been doing action movies for years and years now. Does it ever get any easier to film these and prepare for these kind of roles?
I was hearing stuff while I was...
Oh, Gerard, can you hear us?
Oh, did we lose Gerard?
Did we lose him?
Oh, no.
I really want to know about the potential acid incident that happened on the plane. Gerard, can you hear us?
I can now. I lost you for a second.
There we go.
Good, thank you. Gerard, I just was wondering, does it ever get any easier to play these characters in these action roles? I mean, it must take months to prepare for these things.
Yeah, it takes months to prepare, and especially to learn to be an airline pilot to the point that it's convincing that you can just sit in it and not have to show it off, but feel like you do it every day. Easier in some ways because I think you get better at it and you learn to be more vulnerable and more real and let an audience kind of climb into the heart and soul of the character. Difficult because I'm getting older and getting smashed up is a little harder in the mornings.
You know, actually, I did hear one interview with you, with Seth Meyers, something about playing a character, getting your hands a little dirty, and potentially actually really injuring yourself on the set of this movie. What happened?
Well, firstly, by the way, there was another time that I had to smash my head on the side of the plane as I'm walking back, and I did smash my head, and the blood was pouring down my face. That was a pretty good injury too. But yeah, towards the end of the movie, I'm trying to fix a brake in between the wheels of the plane, and every time I brought my hand, there was something so sharp in there. And every time I brought my hands up, literally there was blood pouring down my hands, but it was also covered in this green substance. I didn't think about it. I was soaking wet from the humidity and just from the scene. I start rubbing my eyes, my face, rubbing my nose. My nose is running. I must have put my hands in my mouth. I don't know why I would do that. The next minute, my throat is on fire. The burning is going up my nose, into my brain. It's all over my face. It's burning my face and my hands. And I find out that I had hydraulic fluid, which is super corrosive phosphoric acid that not even water helps. They were trying to put water on the pilots are going, don't do that. It's going to make it worse. So I had to do these scenes on fire.
Commitment.
Which is perfect for the character, by the way, because at that point, he's a mess. So I was definitely a mess shooting those scenes.
Well, Gerard, we are certainly happy you're doing all right. The movie is called Plane. It is out in theaters today. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Gerard. We appreciate it. Man, woof,
that is commitment. Whack your head open and then burn your hands off. Oh God, he's so hot.
Airplane
too,
fluid?
Can we just like
easy, Kendall.
Can we have a moment?
I'm
sorry.
Now,
I'm sweating. Okay.
He is an action superstar, that's for sure.
Did y'all see 300?
How long? Man, that movie was a long time. Yeah, Kendall's losing things left and right.
P.S. I love you.
I'm just going to move this along now. There, real quick. Next in the dish, Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher team up in a new movie for Netflix called Your Place or Mine. They play best friends who are total opposites and swap houses for a week. Take a look.
Hey, Debbie.
Happy birthday, Peter. 20 years of friendship. Can you believe it?
How do you still speak to me?
Do you remember the first night we met?
Never stops being weird.
So weird.
Debbie, you need to take a break.
I just need to be practical, which is what you have to be when you're a single mom. Right. Tragic.
I got an idea. I'm coming to LA for a week. I'm gonna look after Jack, and you can stay here.
I don't know.
You need help. Let me help.
Taking care of Jack is a lot of work.
I think I got this.
I hope that you get what you want out of this trip. Find yourself a hottie. Maybe get waxed.
Waxed? Oh, waxed.
Waxed.
Oh, well, that's just not gonna happen. This place is amazing. Hi, I'm Debbie.
The Debbie? Peter talks about you all the time. I am a scotch embarrassed. I'm not wearing anything under this.
Oh, don't worry about it. We've all done the thing where we knock on the door half naked for some...
Yeah, well, Your Place or Mine hits Netflix next month. Looks pretty good. You got excited about that one.
I do. I love Reese Witherspoon rom-coms. Sweet Home Alabama is still one of my top 5 of all time. It's you have to watch it.
Crowd loved that one too.
See?
They're with me.
They're with me today.
They're with you on that one for
me.
sure. But your favorite rom-com though?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's a good one. That's
Pierre
a good one.
likes it too.
I like that one too. My only problem with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was in the movie.
The Love Fern?
No, it was, as you noticed, Matthew McConaughey is watching the NBA Finals. The Sacramento Kings are playing the New York Knicks, and we never find out who wins. So that was my issue.
Oh, we don't. You're right.
Yeah, see, big plot
and she
hole.
talks about the top of the key.
Huge plot hole.
And he's like, how do you know? He never makes it from the top of the key. Blah, 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 blah.
Only time I've ever seen the Kings in the NBA Finals, so I really wanted to know what happened.
Oh, on that really sad note, we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Tiny violin.
The perfect sip. That's what Stephanie Hansen calls her favorite drink, the French 75. One of the top bartenders in the country shows her how to make it, and Stephanie shares her own recipe with all of us next. Sit back, relax, grab a blanket. The Jason Show is coming right back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Ever will. Beautiful man with a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent.
Well, it is Friday, and you may be craving a cocktail,
Sure
but if
am.
you're tired of the same old martini or old fashioned, never. How about a drink you may not know about?
It's actually our foodie queen Stephanie Hansen's favorite drink, and it dates back to World War I. Stephanie hit up Spoon and Stable restaurant in Minneapolis to learn the art of a French 75.
What's on there?
Drinks!
Tonight we play a wild blue.
I am here with Jessie Pollock at Spoon and Stable, one of the hottest restaurants in Minneapolis. And Jessie is the 2022 Bartender of the Year.
Living in a moment.
I don't even know, like, is it a guild? Who decides that you are the Bartender of the Year? How amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for being here at Spoon and Stable.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's an illustrious group of judges who decide who the Bartender of the Year is. And
how long have you been bartending? Like, did you have years of building up to this craft?
It's been a long time coming. I've been working hard, and I've been here at Spoon and Stable for about 5 years.
When I first would come to this bar, when this restaurant first opened about 8 years ago, one of the bartenders asked me, "What do you like?" And I said, "I like gin." He was like, "I'm gonna make you a cocktail." And I seriously think that my obsession with French 75 began at this bar. So you guys are going to make the classic French 75, which is how I have the recipe in my cookbook. But then, like all good bartenders, all good restaurants, you have your own spin on it.
And what we do here at Spoon and Stable is kind of fun twists on classic cocktails. So something that's sort of recognizable for you, but also maybe pushes you out of your comfort zone a little or introduces you to new flavors.
So are you gonna start with the classic or your fancy version?
I thought we'd start with a classic, French 75. I like to start with the bubbles in the glass first. And I do that because then everything's gonna integrate a little bit more. So I am using a sort of dry style of cava, but you could use Prosecco if you really wanted to be fancy. You could use champagne, half an ounce of lemon juice.
Okay.
You always want to juice fresh lemon. Put it through a little tea strainer so you don't have any bits in there. And then a simple syrup. Simple syrup is literally just 1 part white sugar and 1 part water. I used a half ounce. And then your choice of gin is really up to you. I'm using Tanqueray London Dry gin because it is like the classic London Dry style of gin. So we've got those juniper, lemon peel, black pepper, and kind of like piney notes to it, but it's not gonna be so bold that it's gonna overpower the drink. I used 1.5 ounces in there.
Yum, I can already smell the gin. I'm smelling like the pine forest.
And because we're here in the restaurant, I'm gonna double strain this so I don't have any little ice bits in this cocktail. The very last thing I'm gonna do is just garnish this with a little bit of lemon peel. So I'm just gonna cut a little circle of lemon peel on here, trying to not get a lot of the pith because I don't wanna add bitterness. What I want is those beautiful lemon oils. And I zest this over the top so we get a nice aroma. Because right, the first thing you do when you bring a drink up to your mouth is you smell it. So we want it to smell really appetizing before you go in to take a sip.
You're definitely, as you bring the drink up to your face, you're getting that oil, citrus, botanical smell of the lemon. But then as you get a little more into it, you're getting the pine and the earthiness of the Tanqueray. And all of that coming together with just a little sweetness and then the tart on the back of your throat as you swallow. Ah, yum. Jessie, I think you just made me seriously one of the best French 75s I've ever had. But you also have your Spoon and Stable version. Can we make that next?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So this particular one that we're gonna make today is made with pisco, which is a type of Chilean brandy, so a grape spirit, and we infuse the pisco with cardamom pods and hibiscus flowers.
Okay, cardamom pods. Now, you use these a lot in Indian cooking. They use them in Scandinavian cooking.
I'm adding my bubbles first, just like I did in my classic. Sticking with my ½ ounce of lemon juice, but instead of simple syrup, I'm actually using grenadine, and I'm not using store-bought bright red grenadine. I'm using fresh pomegranate juice with sugar and a little bit of orange flower water cooked together. So instead of gin, in this case, I'm using, like I said, pisco. Pisco is a Chilean brandy, and I also have a little bit of Cointreau in here, and the Cointreau is gonna add some bitter and sweet orange notes for us.
And you've got all of the herbs and the cardamom pods are infused in the pisco, so we're not gonna have any chunks if you're looking for that.
We're also gonna get a really beautiful color that's just gonna add to the experience of this drink.
Okay, we're
doing the exact same thing here, that lemon peel, little oil on the top, and there you are.
Oh. Whoa! I just sounded like I'm from Minnesota having my first pisco. It's tart, it's orangey, it's like sitting next to a pool on a chaise lounge at about 6 o'clock and someone serves you a beautiful cocktail is what it's like. Jesse, these are amazing cocktails. I can't wait to visit you again this winter. Thanks for showing us how you can make a classic French 75, but also how you can amp it up.
Of course, it's my pleasure. So glad you're here for a good French 75.
Oh, yes.
She knows how to find a good cocktail, this lady. Hey, look, it's Stephanie Hansen in the flesh.
And guess what? I brought all the right stuff today.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you didn't forget anything today. We're not quite here yet, but I am curious. When you discovered the French 75, did you introduce it to anyone else who now is also obsessed with the French 75?
My sister is obsessed because I always think it's like the signature cocktail to open any festive occasion. It's just, it tastes delicious. If you get it made exactly right, you're just like,
yes,
so good.
Refreshing, so good.
Yeah.
All right, she's showing us how to make our own French 75 at home next.
Oh.
And Victor's coming to try them out.
French 75 to the Vikings game.
Oh God, here we are again. Here we are again. Go.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back with Stephanie Hansen, and now, Stephanie, you're going to show us how to make a French 75.
No Victor, by the way. No Victor. I haven't seen Victor. It's okay.
I find costumed characters a scary.
I know,
I'm not
she was
gonna
scared.
lie. I was like, oh my gosh.
He's gone.
Okay, you guys, so I'm not dryish January. I'm sort of moist January.
Got it. Got it.
People love that word. Can you say it again?
Moist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm drinking a little less, but Spoon and Stable has such a great French 75, and Jesse's such a great bartender. She took the time to show me how to do this, so now I'm going to show you.
That looks like it would take a long time. You can use your hands if you really want to.
No.
It's
So,
okay.
all right, we've got our ice in here. Pierre, I need you to make me some lemon juice.
Okay, I can do that.
Kendall, I need you to open the cava. So
Sure can.
This is a really easy drink.
Okay.
I use gin from Far North Spirits in Halleck, Minnesota.
Speaking of getting scared, I was just like, what?
I'm very good at that.
Now,
Don't worry.
do you want? Okay, we're gonna make one just because that's what I have the proportions for. But you could
that's
double
fine.
this.
I am dry January.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, I know. So
I am
Pierre's gonna
moist
take-
January.
I don't understand why people do this to themselves.
I'm so sorry. Well, you don't need
It's
to, Pierre.
sometimes good to just after the holidays clear the decks, eat a little
Refresh.
better. I'm just eating pasta
Oh,
and
good.
drinking, so
That's
you know.
great.
Sounds about right to me.
Great,
Okay,
that's great.
1 ounce of the Far North Spirits gin. She used Tanqueray, which is a great dry gin to use. I like to use Minnesota products. This is made in Halleck, so I'm using that.
Does it have to be a dry gin specifically?
Not
if you can't find
necessarily, but it does help. So a Bombay, a Tanqueray, any of your garden variety gins. So we're going to use a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, which I actually make my own and then pour it back in this bottle. It's just equal parts sugar and water that you boil until you can't see the sugar anymore.
It's so easy. I love
So
making
that's
simple
easy.
Now,
syrup.
Steph, did you want 1 lemon or 2 lemons? I
Well,
just wanted
Pierre,
to-
we're going to need a 1/2 ounce. So
okay.
you see what you can get from your juice there.
Okay.
Did you squeeze
have to-
enough lemon?
I hope so.
These lemons
see.
are
No
maybe
pressure.
a little tired too.
Tired?
Well,
What's a
they're
tired
oh,
lemon?
there you go. That's a little
Got it.
more than a half. So
Bravo.
Almost got
There we
it.
go.
Oh, okay.
got it.
See, I
Okay.
didn't even see the measurements on the inside of it.
It just kept going.
Yeah.
Have you never made a cocktail, Pierre?
No, I usually have them made for me. That's why I have
I like a man with your confidence.
to make it myself, you know?
All right, so I'm gonna use the essence just like Jessie did in the segment there.
Okay.
We're gonna put our lemon juice in, and literally that's all there is to it. Okay.
Okay.
Notice that she has not put the bubbles in yet, because have we not all made the mistake of putting the bubbles in the shaker and
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And what Jessie said is you put the bubbles in the glass first, and then you pour this concoction on the top.
Why
So
is that?
she
yeah.
I gotta get it going on.
Shake, shake, shake.
Okay, sorry, I realized
Like a
that was
shake
kind
weight.
of a lame shake to begin. Okay, so we're gonna use 3 ounces. So this is an ounce.
Oh, can't we just eyeball
yeah,
it?
We're
Can we
gonna
just-
have
we're
to,
gonna
'cause it's gonna
eyeball.
bubble up too
Yeah.
much. So
I
3
haven't had
ounces.
breakfast yet, Steph, so you can pour extra for me.
All right, there you go,
Okay,
Pierre.
fantastic. There you go.
I like a
Good.
man.
Everything
Very
he
good.
needs right
Okay,
there.
so We've got our cava in there, and you can use sparkling wine. You can also be fancy and use champagne. I have. And
I like cava better personally than champagne. If you are someone who's like, I don't like how, I don't know, bitter? What's the right word for describing?
Dry.
A little bit of aftertaste, yeah.
Like, I feel like cava is a little bit sweeter, just slightly.
It can be.
Slightly.
It can be. There's different kinds.
Oh, sorry.
That's the kind that our friend Leslie Miller recommends.
This one?
Yep.
From where, Pierre? Amusé?
Amusé wine.
Amusé.
Yeah, shout out
Hard
Amusé
time
wine.
with that one.
Yeah.
It's Masfi is the name of what she recommends.
It smells delicious.
Okay.
You can see now we have the gin that's mixing with the cava. Now Jesse give you the oil over your drink so that again when you bring it to your mouth, I like to do the rim a little bit too. And then you can make it all fancy and you can have like a wound tool. But this is it.
This is beautiful.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Pierre, you want to try?
Oh, me? I thought ladies first.
No, again, I'm dry January.
I'm not going to tempt
I forgot
her.
about that. I forgot about that.
I'm supporting all of Kendall's efforts, whatever
Thank you.
they are.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right, let's give this a shot here real quick. All right.
I'm curious if he's ever had one. I probably should have asked before his mouth was full.
To be honest, I don't think I have.
What do you think?
And that's a bit of all right.
That's a bit of all right right there.
Yeah, that's really good.
It is a little liquor forward, but I depending on the gin that you use, you get that kind of piney flavor. You get the real full smell of the lemon and the lemon oils. I'm gonna see how
She's
I
gonna
take
take
you're
it.
gonna have a taste of it? Okay.
Thank you,
No,
Stephanie. We really
thank you.
appreciate it. All right, for all the recipes, go to stephaniesdish.com.
Yum.
Yeah, yum
Yummy.
is right. We'll be right back, everybody. Oh, now you're gonna break it? No.
Happy Friday.
Started Friday off right with a French 75. That was delicious.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
A tiny little sip.
Great.
All right, it's the show that happens before the show and only on Facebook. We call it the Before the Show show.
And you never know what the Jason Show team will talk about in our daily meeting. Once again, it's time for the best of the Before the Show show.
Did you make that full screen yet? I'm making it right now. Yeah, right. Show us your phone. Show us your phone. Show your work. Oh! Clown. You should have saw what he wrote on my. Oh, we should have my cup out there.
That's what I wrote on your Starbucks cup.
Oh, I thought the Starbucks. I should take it into Starbucks and be like, how dare you write this on my cup?
Lawsuit.
We should put what he wrote about you in the Monday mailbag so that he's forced to read it out loud.
Someone named Jeff writes, why did you write on my Starbucks cup?
Answer isn't a question. Oh no, I did make it. I sent it to you. Yeah, hello, it's right here.
You sent it at 9 a.m. I've been.
Does it matter? What time does the show start?
I've been talking to coworkers. That's why
You don't talk to anybody.
That's why I didn't know that you'd sent it because I haven't looked at my mail because I was conversing with coworkers.
You don't socialize with coworkers.
He does. It's actually
you
the
do,
only
actually.
place he does socialize.
Ooh.
Well, you're very social here.
I don't know.
I have plans every day of the weekend already.
All two of them?
3. Friday, I have 2 things. I'm double booked tomorrow.
I have no plans because Colin is having a minor medical procedure and I have to play Nurse Betty.
Well, that's exciting. Are you getting a
Can
test?
you hire someone? Is it the? I don't see you as a nurse.
Sure.
It's none of our business.
And I have to play nurse for like the first time in our tenure. I have to be gentle and
Can't you throw money at it?
This won't air in time, but if there's anybody, if there's a medical professional that would like to come to my house Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that I can go to serums.
I'll let you use the hot tub.
Because I told them, I go, the procedure's on Friday. Does that mean we can't go to serums on Friday night?
Oh!
Did somebody climb a tree? They're going up to Min's office.
The only way you can get there.
I'm calling Grace. Grace, look out your window. I'm in a cherry picker. I'm breaking in, lady.
Cherry picker. Oh God!
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Here.
Oh my God! He's gonna catapult into Mim's office.
Crossbows and catapults.
There are children running around in the parking lot. Those are.
I told you the high schoolers are here. They have arrived.
Yeah.
Is it weird to think that we could be
their parents?
Maybe even grandparents?
What? Oh, yeah. Couldn't be their grandparents.
If they're 15 and you were, let's say, 22 when you had them?
I had a scare when I was 18. I've never revealed this before, but yeah, I was working at Suncoast Motion Picture Company, and the person in question called me and said, I might be pregnant.
Before,
Were you guys in a hot tub or something?
Hot tub time?
Watch Ted, you know.
Water bed, yeah, Liam knows.
Ted know how babies are made. When a boy likes a girl. When a man loves a woman.
So I could have a 30-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could,
Well, it has been an eye-opening Jason show before.
It's been eye-opening.
People are already commenting, oh, Ted.
Oh, Ted.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to explain to poor, young, naive Ted how the birds and the bees are made. You know what I mean?
Poor, young, naive Ted. Sounds like a new show on Netflix.
It does, it does. Hey, by the way, before we go, one of our audience members had a question that I had too for Stephanie. We talked about the French 75.
Yes.
If you want to make it sans alcohol, you can actually get alcohol-free gin.
Okay.
So same recipe concept. The simple syrup, of course, doesn't have alcohol in it. The lemon, of course, not. She was saying that there's not a lot of good alcohol-free champagnes. They're usually pretty sugary. So you can try like maybe a little alcohol-free white wine with it, but definitely some like LaCroix, something bubbly. So easy to make, something to have fun with if you don't drink.
Absolutely. You have 18 days left, I think it is, in dry January. Is that what it's called?
That's right, and I'm gonna make me one of those.
I don't even know what dry January was until Kendall brought it up. I was like, why would anybody do that?
Of course you don't.
No, I don't. I mean,
right.
why? What is, well, okay.
It's good for you, Pierre.
I'm not really interested in what's good for me. I'm not going to lie.
Hashtag cholesterol numbers.
I'm interested in what's fun for me. That's what I'm interested in. Actually, yeah. We'll be right back, everybody. Yeah. You know, just saying.
That means you know what time it is. It's time for the world's shortest segment.
There it is.
All right, Shaquille O'Neal proves he's a man of his word. Last week, he promised to eat a frog if Georgia beat TCU in this week's college football championship game. It's a terrible bet. The Bulldogs easily won, mightily won, and last night, Shaq was served up a big plate of fried frog. His co-host, Ernie Johnson, went to Georgia. My goodness, I couldn't say that. Had the pleasure of bringing Shaq the food. Shaq said they were the best frog legs he's ever had.
You ever had them?
I wonder if those are the only ones he's ever had. No, I don't want to eat the baby froggy legs.
They're pretty good.
What?
They do kind of taste like chicken, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. It's
Already
good.
here.
Get some frog legs, everybody.
Frog legs, chicken. We'll be right back. It's like the same thing.
I had them in New Orleans. It's time for the surprise goodbye. All right, today an unexpected visitor inside one house. Take a look. What? What?
What?
What?
It's just a kid.
What? Oh my God. Somehow that goat made it inside the house without the family knowing. The video is captioned, "When your boyfriend lives on a farm." Hey.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to happen from time to time.
I would die. I would scream, and then I'd be like, "Oh wait, but are you okay, little guy? You fine?"
Yeah, you doing all right? Yeah, what was that?
I'd call it. Thank you.
That was good. Well
Can you
done.
tell I grew up near farm animals?
Yeah,
I
well
can call
done.
all the little goats and sheeps and chickens home.
Hey, I mean, that was
Pigs.
a grade A goat impression, but
Sorry. Nope. I won't. I'm fine. Everyone says I sound like that when I laugh anyway, so I just roll with it. You know?
real quick, I want to remind everybody that Jason is going to be back next week. He's
Thank
back
God,
from
says
vacation.
everyone.
Yeah, thank goodness. And I personally want to thank everybody for having me on the show all week long. Jeff, Ted, the work they do behind the scenes, and this one, the megastar herself, is just so talented, so funny. We love working with her. You're the best.
Pierre, you're not supposed to
So-
be that nice. It makes me.
But you know,
Pierre.
before I go though, say Kendall.
Yes.
What type of coordination was Whitney Houston most famous for?
The vibrato. I don't know.
Hand up!
Oh.